G'day guys, Butcher Jerd here, and I'm going to show you where the point end brisket comes from. I haven't watched this video back, so this is going to be a bit of a surprise for me too. So we marked both sides, just so we know when we come down along those rib bones, exactly where we have to line up. This is a big hard piece of fat along here, so you can see the bone there, like the brisket bone, but this fat's like thick and close to the bone is pretty bloody hard, so you go probably about an inch off it. So I'm finding where I marked on the other side, and we're running that all the way down from one end to the other. Beautiful. We're in that back room. This is part of that private body I've been doing the videos for the last week. So as you know in the last video, it's a dicky spot. The bench isn't big enough. The bench is moving. Blah 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 blah. So we're just roughing it. But all the workspace is up the top of the shop. We're all full, so we just have to do what we have to do. So we're running along the top of the ribs, trying to keep our knife nice and flat, just so we don't leave any of that meat behind. Keep running, pulling as we run. We're cutting away from ourselves. Dagger grip's probably not the best for this. You probably would have gone better just doing like a normal grip instead of a dagger style, but I got a bad wrist, and sometimes that just gets a sharp pain, so I'm better off doing it this way. Anyway, off it comes. So we've got to clean it up. Ugly, innit? Very ugly. So, that underbit there, that's all rib meat. Not good for the brisket. So there's a seam here where that fat is. You can see that. So what we're going to do is mark along that seam and pull it. Nice and easy. Pull straight off. You can sort of see where that end of the meat is there. Yep, just above where my hand was. That is where the side of the brisket is. So we'll go a bit under it so we can trim it up later. Knock that off. They'll go on the sausage and mince once we trim it up. Get all the black up. Get all the blood off. Everything. Clean it all up. So we'll square this nice and flat. This has been hanging up for probably 3 weeks, so a lot of the edges are a bit dry as well, and getting that black sort of dry edge look. So we're just trimming pretty hard. There's that really dense brisket fat, which we'll scoop out. Sometimes you find a little bit left in the brisket, especially if it's like not a export grade, like a Cape Grim, a Black Onyx, or whatever, like a Southern Rangers. Like they're all trimmed up to go overseas. So some of the domestic ones, not so much. So they're a bit more shoddier, I suppose. Anyway, square it off. Getting rid of some of that. Starting to look a bit more like a brisket, isn't it? It's a bit of a hump here. We'll get rid of that. A lot of this isn't really necessary. Like you can cook a brisket from this the same as you would, and it would go. It would be perfect. 100% do the exact same job. But people expect them to be trimmed a certain way and to look a certain way. So if you want to sell it, you got to do what the market trend is, So we're rounding it off, squaring it up, and she's pretty much done. So there's your brisket, start to finish, really. We'll get rid of this end where it's a bit crunchy. There we go, that looks a bit better. So this is a private job for a farmer, but he'll be very happy with his lovely little brisket. Hope he's learned something today, and I'll see you tomorrow or the next day for another video. Catches!